And for the course syllabus, okay, tingnan muna natin yung course syllabus. Okay, for the course syllabus of IT 416, sa ang kanyang course code, IT 416, course title niya is Computer System Organization with Assembly Language. Prerequisite is none. Number of units, 3 units. Contact hours, 3 hours. Placement is for 4th year, first semester. So even though wala siyang prerequisite, pero ang placement niya, so ino-offer lang ito first semester and you are a 4th year student. And what is the descriptions of the course? This course focus on organization of a simple stored program computer, CPU, buses and memory, instruction set, machine code and assembly language, conventions for assembly language generated by compilers, floating point number representation, hardware organization of simple processors, address, translation, and virtual memory, very introductory examples of input-output devices, interrupt handling, and multitasking system. So that, of course, the course descriptions, when you read that, it is all about the organizations of the computer systems. For week 1 and 2, so i-apply natin ito for the whole SEM. We have the first week and the second week is for the topic Introduction to Computer System Organization. What is computer organization? Components of computer system, namely the processor, the memory, and the input-output. The goal of this is to describe the computer organization system and to explain each components of computer system. So later we will discuss the modules, no? And the textbook. And for our 3rd to 5th week, you need to recognize different types of number system as they relate to computers, and we will convert values from different number system, classify and compute the performance of number system. And on that, the topic that we will discuss is second lessons, which is computer and data representation. It includes number system, conversion, and arithmetic operations. Yan. So sa first week natin, we have first and second week, we have activity 1 for the first lesson and activity 2 for the second lesson para sa ating week 3 to 5. And our week 6, we have our preliminary examination. And for week 7 to 8, so in week 7 to 8, the objective is to describe and understand the processor memory hierarchy. Second is to relate to arithmetic for ALU or ALU implementation. And for that, we will use the topic. The third lessons is about processor. It includes general microprocessor organization, single bus architecture. In single bus, we will discuss the registers, buses, gating, and control sequences, and also microprogram control, control unit is our third, and our fourth is the ALU or the arithmetic logic unit. And it includes in ALU the others, halt, full, fast, and OLA, and subtractor, multiplication, algorithm, like the boot extended boot, and divisions algorithm, restoring and non-restoring. So on that lesson, we will have our activity number 3. And for 9th to 10th week, the goal is to understand how to implement memory chips, boards, modules, cache, and basic understanding of interrupts, I/O devices, and I/O protocols. And on that, lesson number 4 will be discussed, like the memory that contains the types of memory, memory caching, virtual memory interleaving, and lesson number 5, I/O organization. It includes the disorganization, the input and output peripherals, the basic interfacing. In discussing lesson number 4 and lesson number 5, so I will give you the problem to be solved, and then activity 4 will be given, then activity 5 for lesson number 5. So that is week number 11. And for week number 12, we have your midterm examination. Week 13 to 14, the goal is to experience the design process in the context of a reasonable size hardware system. And for that, lesson number 6 will be discussed, or lesson number 6, the logic design subsystem. It includes microprocessor and assembly language programming. And inside that, we will also discuss the addressing modes, the instruction sets. And we will have our activity for that lesson. Okay, week number 15 to 16, the goal is to become familiar with a debug programming and ability to analyze, implement, and test debug programs. Lesson number 7 will be discussed, debug programming. So we will have the debug facility 1 and debug facility 2. So here, you have to have your hands-on. Your activity is hands-on using the debug program. So medyo madali-dali lang yung debug program na yan. For 17th week, ability to demonstrate self-learning capabilities, ability to work in team, improve your skills writing argumentative essays and pieces, and in critical thinking, analysis and presentation, and relate how the study of IT in computer system organizations with assembly language shares achieving the vision and missions of the university. So on that week, meron po tayong project presentation or the case studies. Okay, and on the 18th week, we have the final examination. Okay, so later ibibigay ko yung mga ibang references. Okay, for the next presentation is about, okay, let us see. We're finished with the course syllabus. We will now proceed to what materials will you need for the course? Since you are IT 412, professional 416 CSO. So for the CSO, we have ayan, for the CSO LEC or IT 416, you need to have an orange apps for you to do your activities, quizzes, announcement, and so on. For the Zoom, so you need a Zoom or Google Meet. Kung ano yung gagamitin natin for our synchronous learning and FB groups. Of course, we need to have a groups or a GC for us to, kasi sa GC, laging open yan sa inyong mga cellphones. Kaya every announcement, kahit hindi ninyo i-open yung orange apps, hindi nyo makita yung mga announcement sa GC, re-register ka agad sa inyong mga cellphone na meron ng announcement na ibinibigay ang teacher ninyo. So madaling makukuha yung attentions ninyo to look for an announcement posted in your GC. And of course, MS Office. So in MS Office, since kayo ay sometimes you have an activity that one of the software inside the MS Office will be used, kaya dapat yung inyong mga computers merong mga MS Office. Sabagay kasama naman yan sa inyong operating system. Then, since sabi ko nga, we have a debug programming, wala naman tayong gagamitin na software for debug. Gagamit tayo ng inyong operating system kasi naka-install naman doon yung ating software para sa debug programming.